A few weeks back, the SBA launched their very own PPP Direct Forgiveness portal. This portal is awesome, but it caused a fair bit of confusion. However, I have great news regarding this portal. I found a way that you can actually apply for forgiveness for your business before your lender even reaches out to you, and this whole process takes about 5 to 10 minutes tops. It's very easy. So we're going to cover how to check if your loan is eligible to use this portal. More than 50% of all loans are actually eligible, how to make an account, and then I'm going to go step by step through the forgiveness process for my very own PPP loan. That way you can follow along and know exactly what to expect for your business, or even have it on another screen and just do it alongside actually filling out your own PPP forgiveness. And then at the end of this, I'm going to cover a few problems that may arise along the way or may arise after you submit, and then how you can resolve those issues. So you'll want to watch through the end if you have a PPP loan. So first, you need to determine if you can use this portal. So far, 1,280 lenders have signed up for the SBA's Direct Forgiveness portal. These lenders, like I said, account for more than 50% of all PPP loans. Now you can figure out if your lender is one of those 1,200 or so lenders in one of two ways. First, I'll have a link down in the description where you can download a spreadsheet with all of the lenders that have signed up so far. This is straight from the SBA. Or second, you can make an account through this portal, the PPP Direct Forgiveness portal, and then use their search tool to look up your loan and determine if you can actually use this service to get full PPP forgiveness. Now, the general trend is that very large lenders like Chase, Wells Fargo are not using this direct forgiveness portal. And if you used a site like Womply or Blue Acorn to get your PPP loan, it seems like more than 50% of their lenders are using this direct forgiveness portal, which is great news. But many of those lenders have not sent out notifications yet. So that's why you can kind of skip the line if you follow this process. And here's an example of this. My business is split into two businesses, both of which got PPP loans through Womply. They have different EIN numbers, so I had to apply for them both separately. On one of those, I'm able to use the direct forgiveness portal. On the other, I'm not, at least so far, unless that lender signs up later, because the lenders were different, even though I use Womply for both of those. So that's why it's important that not all people can use this portal, but a good chunk of people can. Now let's cover how you can actually make an account and find out if you can get forgiveness this way. So first off, you want to visit that portal at directforgiveness.sba.gov. I'll have that link in the description as well. Then you go ahead and click register. You'll fill out your basic information that you would to register really any other account. They'll send you a confirmation email. On that email, you just click confirm on the email. You'll get another portal where they'll ask you your phone number. They'll text you a code. You enter in that code, and then you will land on this page. This is the Direct Forgiveness portal. Now you can see I already have my loan up here because I already searched for it. But in order to search for your loan, you're going to click Start New Forgiveness Request right here. Now you'll use this search tool to look up your business and your loan. And also, if you find this video helpful at all, just consider subscribing and sharing this video with other small business owners. That way they know of this trick as well. I'm not trying to sell you anything or anything like that on this video, so I'll gladly take a subscribe and a share if you get any value here. So you're going to type in either your EIN number if your business has an EIN number, or your social security number if you're a sole prop and you don't have an EIN number, and then you need your PPP loan amount. Now you can get your loan amount either by just looking at your bank statement and seeing what is actually deposited, or you can view your actual loan documents. It's going to be really helpful if you pull up your loan documents, because this will give you everything you need on this portal. This will give you your loan number, which I have blocked out. This will give you the date you received it, the loan amount, and your lender's name, which is on the top, which is also very important. So you can check to see either if that's on the list or what the heck's going on. It's important to know your lender's name. Now back to the portal, you will find your loan after entering in that information. You'll click on your business and it will bring you to this page. Now you have to enter in very little information from here. So it asks the title of your position at the business. I just go with owner here, but if one of these is more applicable for you, make sure you click the one that's most applicable. The primary contact name for your business, and anything that's gray, you can't alter, you can't do anything about it. So if you need to edit one of those gray fields, you actually have to reach out to your lender, which hopefully that's not the case because that might be a little bit of a hassle. But just remember, you can only fill in the white parts and you only have to fill in anything with that red asterisk. Now we scroll down a little bit from there and we have some actual forgiveness information. So first, this box. This is not going to apply to most people, but you click this box if your lender provided you additional funds as part of a PPP loan increase. If you're not sure, this probably is not you because very few people got it. It wasn't me, so I'm not clicking this box. Now we have the covered period. This is an 8 to 24 week period that you actually want your PPP loan to cover. Now, most people on the smaller side of the PPP loan spectrum, let's say you have no employees, you receive less than the maximum amount, let's say you got around $10,000, most people would choose the lowest 8-week period, but there's not really a downside to doing a longer period. If you received a larger PPP loan or you have employees, you may want to do a larger covered period, but again, this is not a recommendation. I'm not your financial advisor. You may want to consult with an accountant if you're unsure. For my business, because this is 100% going to my employees' payroll, in my situation, I'm actually going with an 18-week covered period. But again, for most people in most situations, the smallest is fine. There's not really a big downside to doing longer, though, if you're a little bit unsure. So with this system, it doesn't let you choose a specific period. It just lets you choose 8 weeks, 24 weeks, or between the two. And I'm going to pick my date, which is the 18 weeks, and this will allow me to put in August 2nd, which was 18 weeks after I received that disbursement of my loan. Then we have employees at the time of loan application, 3. And we have employees at the time of forgiveness request, 3 for this business anyways. Like I said, my business is split into 2 businesses. This is the call center portion of my business. Amount of the loan spent on payroll. For mine, it's 100% payroll. So I'm just going to type in the full amount here, $18,717. And requested forgiveness amount, it is the full amount again for my loan. So very simple to fill this out. And then at the bottom of the page, we have demographic information. You do not have to fill this out if you don't want to. For the sake of making this quick, we're not going to fill it out. And this page is where you submit documentation if you need to submit documentation. As you can see, there are no documents required for my loan. And this is because of the COVID revenue reduction score. Basically, how this works is it's an algorithm that determines, was your area, was your business industry very severely impacted by the pandemic? If so, you don't need to certify that you had a 25% reduction in revenue for your second draw PPP loan. It just limits the total amount of paperwork that needs to be processed both by lenders and the SBA. So if that algorithm determines, yeah, 25% is nothing, they definitely hit that, then you don't have to submit documentation. If they're like, it might be on the edge, then you may have to submit documentation. If you do, all you have to do is submit something like a tax return, a quarterly P&L, bank statements, some kind of proof that you would have to certify that. But it seems like most people are not having to add any documentation. And here's where you do add documents if you need to. Then you click next from here. It gives you a summary of everything on this forgiveness request, and then you just click submit and continue to electronic signature. Brings us to a DocuSign. Just agree. Start this, take a look. This document is actually the same form that I've brought up many times on this channel. It's the 3508S. It's just auto-filled with all of your various information. So we're just going to have all of this initialed and signed here. It's just a one-page form. Click finish. And there we are. The request is submitted. Now from here, there's 2 things that happen. This gets sent to the lender first, who will check out all the information. There's not really much to check out. They verify it. They give it the yay or nay. In most cases, they give it the yay. And then it goes to the SBA, who checks it again. They give it the yay or nay. And in most cases, it's a yay. And then you'll receive confirmation of full forgiveness. Now, they're saying this typically only takes about 1 week. So that's pretty awesome. And you can skip the line. You don't have to wait for your lender to reach out to you. My lender did not reach out to me, and here I am. I have submitted for forgiveness. So it's pretty cool, a pretty cool trick. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you see if your loan applies for this. And also, let's cover some situational questions that you may come across, some issues you may come across. If documentation is needed, like I said, that portal is going to bring you to a drop-down where you'll be able to select what kind of document that you're uploading. Like I said, it could be a tax return, quarterly P&L, some kind of document that you would have with your business. It's not going to ask for anything crazy to certify that 25% reduction in revenue. And really the final thing is, what if you get denied forgiveness or you don't get full forgiveness? At this point, you're actually able to argue it. Again, this won't happen for most people, but you will need to submit documentation to verify that, hey, yes, I spent these funds either on payroll or other eligible expenses that I'm allowed to spend this on, and it should get worked out. They're saying that this system is slightly better than in the past. I haven't personally seen it work. I haven't really actually heard of anyone running into those issues yet, but it certainly will happen with these millions of loans. Now, what if your lender is not on here? You don't know what to do. Don't worry too much. Don't be stressed because you have time. For second draw loans, you have 10 months until after your covered period to request forgiveness. There is really no rush here. Most lenders have not reached out. Most people have not applied for forgiveness. So don't feel like you are way behind. You're actually just ahead if you're able to do this right now. So if your lender is not on this list, you could check every few weeks and see, hey, did they add themselves to the direct forgiveness portal? If not, that's not a big deal either, because they'll eventually reach out to you and say, hey, here is how you apply for forgiveness. Here's how you do it. It's going to be very easy. It's going to be a one-sheet form with very basic information, not much different than we have right here. And you should be fine as long as you have a legitimate business who is in business and you have some real basic documentation. So I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, do all the things, share it, and I hope you have a profitable day.